Shalom Aleichem, Assalamu Alaikum. Welcome to First Chronicles chapter 14, in which there are 17 verses. Beginning in verse 2, we see that David recognized how Hashem had designed him, or in the footnote it describes prepared him to be king over Israel, versus confirmed him king. So on one hand, King David has a perspective of looking at the big picture, recognizing that Hashem has a grand design, a grand plan in terms of his kingship. In the Masoretic, however, it's not as clear that David, yes, he does perceive that he's been confirmed, but there is no hint that he is aware of a bigger picture in terms of Hashem's plans for him. Verse 9, assembled together, referring to the Philistines, versus spread themselves. So one is describing the Philistines uniting in one specific spot versus dispersing all over the place. Giants Valley versus Rephaim in the same verse. Verse 11, the name of that place was called the Breach of Pharasin versus Baal Perazim. Verse 12, the Philistines versus they. So we are given a specific detail as to who left their Elohim there. Verse 13, the omission of the giants in regards to the name of the place. Verse 14, near the pear trees versus over against or opposite to the mulberry trees. So two very different types of fruit and types of trees specifically. Verse 17, the fame, or I should say the name of David was famous in all the land, versus the fame of David went out into all lands. So it wasn't limited to perhaps only Israel. And it's not only describing his name, this could also extend to his reputation, but the fame seems to be reputation only. Okay, so that is a difference of semantics in terms of name and fame, but in terms of the influence and how his name or fame was spread abroad, it expanded upon this. I should say it was limited to Israel in the Septuagint, but then it describes how Hashem put the terror of David on all the nations. However, in the Masoretic, the fame of David went out into all the surrounding countries, and yet Hashem also added the fear of David upon all the nations as well, in addition to the fame. So that is all for this chapter. Thank you very much for your time. Until next time, I bid you all Shalom Aleichem, Assalamu Alaikum, Irini Mazisu, Pax Vobiscum, peace be unto you, and Maranatha.